Bullseye.
Officers in need of assistance. Officers in need of assistance.
This for my niggas, you know what I'm saying? My real niggas.
You are listening to John Henry Media Network, and we know that truth is the new hate speech.
You my nigga, you my nigga then. We stick together, thick and thin, that's my nigga then. My nigga then. If you my nigga, you my nigga then. We stick together, thick and thin, that's my nigga.
Get your message or business promoted on John Henry Media Network. Make contact today. Use this email address, jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. That's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. Again, that's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. For specific details on submitting your audio to make it happen, it will be aired on our very next episode for a small donation of your choice. So let's make it happen right now.
He says the mulatto has been the white man's most effective agent in helping destroy black civilization. That's powerful. He didn't say they helped. He's saying they have been the most effective assistant to the European. Brother says, he says, relying on the concept of being innately superior to black people, whites everywhere create a class that made their bastard offsprings next to them in status and superior to all black people. No, we ain't gonna talk about rock. It ain't gonna go like that. I know. So I gotta trick you sometimes. Sometimes you think it's going one way, but I ain't going the way you think I'm going. I ain't going where you think I might be, because y'all look at y'all, man, don't do that. I know what's going on with y'all brothers. Y'all see that pretty black wife here, you say, brother, don't do that, and I'm with you, but don't you dare do it. No. If we know, and listen, it ain't no if we know. Let me state it differently. It is an absolute fact. Listen, it's not, in 20 years, listen is what I'm saying to you. In 20 years, somebody's gonna say, man, that brother was brilliant. He told us this was gonna happen. No, ain't nothing brilliant about this. History speaks the truth. As a class, listen, as a class, as a group, historically, invariably, whether their mothers were white or whether their fathers were white, as a class, the mulatto in Haiti, in Africa, all throughout this planet has always sided with white folks. Why? I don't know. No, I do know. You want me to tell you why? Because when black people, when we get with white folks, our only thought is, oh, I'm with white folks. White folks, when they get with black people, they have an agenda, and they make sure they put it in those children. So those children destroy us. But this is the problem. Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass committed his life to working for black people. Adam Clayton Powell, he could have passed for white. But I don't know where we'd be without Adam Clayton Powell working with black people. Bob Marley financed the end of the Angolan Revolution, from what I understand. Yeah, Booker T. Washington. He said up you mighty, I mean, he didn't say up you mighty race, but he said up from slavery. But he tricked white folks into financing black institutions. I mean, the reality of it is, we can't just say all mulattoes are bad. But at the same time that's happening, we have to protect ourselves against the mulatto class. Because as a class, they're going, 20 years from now, black people are going to hate mulattoes worse than you angry white folks. Might be, this is what history says. Because the thing Agent 50 does is just a glimpse into what the mulattoes are going to do to black people. Don't have time to get into it. You got to read for yourself and go through the history. But we got to figure out, what do we do? And I say, this is what I say is a fair thing. And why I put Barack Obama up, because the perfect example. If a person, see, there's a stronger requirement for mulattoes than a black person with a black mother and father. If you got a white parent, then if you declare yourself loyal to black people, meaning like Barack Obama, he married a black woman, you state that you are black, and you take positions in favor of black people consistently, then as far as we're concerned, you black. Why not? I mean, Adam Clayton Powell was black, and I don't want to hear who his parents were. I know who he fought for and who he stood with. He black. Frederick Douglass fought slavery and did a good job. He married a white female at the end of his life, but, he's a mulatto. But no, he's a black man who made a mistake. Bad one. Bad one. Real bad one. But, unforgettable. I'm saying this is how we deal with it. Barack Obama's married with a black woman, isn't he? A real black woman, right? I mean, don't have no indication she don't want to be black. And all fairness, he looks like a black man, he acts like a black man. Right now, he is a black man.
Okay.
He gets in power. If he did become president, and he said, you know what? The black farmers had their land stolen. I'm going to start a special commission. The black farmers going to get their land back. And I'm going to have another, part of the process getting the crops redone. And we're going to follow it all the way through to get the stuff to market. We say, man, go on, brother. Barack Obama get in office. Barack Obama said, all these brothers been locked up. We got this DNA testing now. We got brothers been in jail for 25 years. Didn't have nothing to do with the crime. Wasn't in the same city of the crime. We're going to do this DNA test. I want a special commission. Don't nobody else in the society get nothing except until this gets done. We say, go ahead, brother. That's why we want a brother in office. He go out there and say, we got to start bringing some of the jobs back to America. We don't have enough jobs here. It's jobless. And we say, man, thank you. This is a good thing, and the brother's in office.
Right.
He's a brother. Barack Obama gets in office and decides, black people, you got to stop being so homophobic. Barack Obama gets in office and starts talking out against Hugo Chavez.
Okay.
Barack Obama started getting in there and started doing everything that we would say, oh, okay, he's working on behalf of the white folks. You know what we say? Typical mulatto. That's what we expected. What else you know? No, I'm serious. Look, we got to understand something. And it's not our fault. Look, if somebody came in this room and punched me in the face and knocked me on the ground, and then they picked somebody else up and threw him on top of me, and then the white boy jumped on the very top. Here's my question to you. Who's keeping me down? Who's keeping me down? The white boy. Right. You sure?
No.
Who's keeping me down? You saying the one on top of you?
One on the bottom.
You saying they both are?
All of them.
The best answer, it depends. If the person in the middle position is, brother, when we get this white boy off the top of us, we gonna whoop his ass. Right on, brother. If the person on top of me say, master, go ahead and get some water. I got him down here, he's okay. Then both of them keeping us down. That's the problem with the mulattoes. We don't know what they gonna do. That is not our fault. Black man, if you have the common decency to keep white females out of your bed and lay down with a black woman when you want intimacy, we won't have no more of these problems. Black woman, if you have the common decency to keep the white male out of your bed, we won't have these problems to contend with. We don't make the problems, we have to deal with them. That's the fairest way to be. If they loyal to us, they black people, we don't think twice about it. The minute they take the side of the cracker, they mulattoes and they typical mulattoes, and we expect it exactly what we do. We got to turn on them just like they turn on us. That fair enough? Fair enough. Let's go with it. So if you're voting, you got to vote for the black man. Because as it stands, he's a black man. Come on, give some love for that. And if you ain't voting, don't get upset. Then just don't. I ain't say you got to. But if you do, it's only one way to go. And brothers and sisters, what I'm saying, I'm going to say it one more time because it's critical. Don't have time to get deep into it. I promise you, this is going to mean something to you in the future. We are going, in 20 years, we're going to have a crisis with the mulattoes who are going to side with Europeans, and they're going to do things to us that we can't possibly imagine today. Let us be prepared to deal with the fact that this is coming, and established today is something special for a black man to be with a black woman. This is Ethiopia, where I was at the Gihon Hotel. And all they were doing in the month of January was all these weddings, and I didn't see any. I mean, I must have seen 2,000-3,000 people, and all of them were black. And so we saw black family. And so I want to arm you, brothers and sisters, because some people say, that's hard, man. How do I talk to my family and tell them I'm against integration and marrying? How do I do it? I'm going to give you something simple that all of us can stand on. It takes a black man and a black woman to start a black family. Check?
Yes.
A black man and a white female, it's a mixed family, right? A black female, a black woman, and a white male, that's what? It's a mixed family. Only way to get a black family, black man and black woman. Therefore, if you believe in the black family, you must be against interracial marriage and or interracial dating. So next time you're at the house and it comes up and you say, no, I'm against it, I don't agree with it, and the family start jumping on you, you got them. Say, well, it's just that I believe in the principles of a black family. And a black family requires a black man to be with a black woman. 90% of the brothers and the sisters in the room, well, nah, I understand you saying, I agree, they're going to come on your side, but you always got that Uncle Tom. You always got that person that got their special agenda that's going to fight with you. And you know what you tell them? When it gets to that point, you say, well, listen, we have a fundamental difference. I believe in black family, you don't. So let's not have this discussion any further. And leave it right there. How about that? Brothers and sisters, there's no love the world has ever known like the love between a black man and a black woman. Let's start taking pride in that reality. Got to do it real quick. Can't leave it out. What happens to us spiritually through forced integration? Chancellor Williams tells, as in the case of Islam, Christian conversion meant changing into the white man's image, his ideas and value system. The real object of worship turned out to be neither Jesus Christ nor his Father God, but Western man and Western civilization. Woo! Get it? Oh, that's it right there. Come on. So we got to ask a question. Quick test. Who's that? Who's that? Also known, that's why Serapis, also known as who? Jesus. Who's that? Serapis. Also known as who? Jesus. Who that? Serapis. That's right. I need one answer. Come on. Give me. I need to hear you. Who? Jesus. That's right. Who that? Jesus. Who that? Jesus. Who that? Jesus. That's right. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. My God. All I'm saying, I got a question. I got a question though. Is he the same guy as him? No. They two different people, right? Is he the same guy as him? No. But they all Jesus. They all different individuals, but they all Jesus. So then who is Jesus? White. What do they all have in common? They white what? White males. I think they males, right? They look male. Yeah, they white males. What does that mean? The white male is God. Look. I know that it's real simple. If you put me on there, and you put Kush on there, you put D on there, you wouldn't say, that's Kush. You wouldn't do it. All I got to do is find a frizzy head cracker. He can be blonde hair. He can have white hair. He can have blue eyes, brown eyes. Long as he looked kind of gay and kind of soft, I throw him up on it. I say long as I didn't say he was gay. I'm just saying if I was to make my own personal assessment of the way he looked to me, I would say he's fruity as a cocktail salad. That's what I would say. You might not agree. But my point is, if the white male is God, and that's who we've been worshiping as an image, which we can't deny since we can recognize any white male with long hair is Jesus, then I got a question. Are we not in a condition as a race of people that we need somebody to save us? Yes, sir. Then I'm keeping it real. Who looks like, I need a real quick answer, who looks like they'd be more likely to come back and save black? I'm saying you don't have to know who they are. I'm asking an honest question. We need somebody to come help black people. Does he look like he's not? I'm saying you might not know who he is. Which one? I need you to help me by a round of applause. Is it this one? Or is it this one? I'm a cheat now because I know you all know who she is. And we need somebody to come get us some freedom. Do it look like he be more likely to do it? Or she be more likely to do it? Well, then we got new gods and new images on our walls. Our ancestors said, whatever you put on your walls is what you worship. So if you're in a black home now and you got your grandparents and your family all around your walls, good for you. You worship your ancestors. If you got John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln on the wall, you got some work to do. And now I know you're saying, but that's Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. What are you talking about? Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad was only a man. I mean, he was a great man. He's an ancestor now, but this is our God Taharka and Nzinka. You say, well, why would you change their names? I didn't change their names. They're Africans. They got to have African names. And it's okay. I went and talked to Dr. Khalid last night. I said, Doc, we got some work to do. We got to use your powerful image. He said, you know what I'm doing? He said, that's all right, son. Just make sure he's a killer. I said, yes, sir. He said, oh, by the way, son. I said, yes, sir. He said, make sure you tell them kites that they still ain't no goddamn good. Whites, so-called Jews, small hats, kites, you ain't no goddamn good. I mean, I'm not trying to be indecent, but the doc told me to do it. I'm going to say no. I went to Sister Harriet. I said, sister. She said, boy, I ain't got no time for this. I'm busy. I said, but, I said, yes.